Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So I'm going to do some more back testing, but this time I'm going to do it a little bit differently, right? So I was speaking to one of my friends based off of my last two videos, and he gave me a good idea, which I think will make the videos a lot shorter and probably a little bit easier to watch, right? And I might be able to get through some more testing. So basically what I'm going to do is, instead of talking through every single thing that I'm doing, because I've already explained my strategy in the first two videos, instead of talking through every single thing, what I'll do is I'll speed the video up while I'm doing my analysis, and I'll draw as much as I can, as I normally do, and analyze as much as I can. But when I'm about to take a trade, I'll slow the video back down and then explain what it is I'm doing and why it is I'm taking the trade, right? So hopefully that will make the video, as I say, hopefully a little bit quicker, and you'll probably get the same value out of the video, right? So we'll see how it goes. All right, let's go. All right, so I'm gonna take a position here. Reason being, we had this downward trend forming on the H4, but then we had this impulsive break on this candle here, right? It came back, it touched the trend line, respected it, and bought, right? It wasn't the strongest buy, but then it came back with what I believe is, for people that were going along around this area, I believe this is a kind of liquidity grab, right? So we have this zone here that's forming. It's come back to test the zone together with the trend line. We had this bearish candle into the level, and then straight away it rejected with this bullish candle, right? So I'm going to take a position here and then target initial targets of initial targets of these highs here, and then further targets of maybe around this area. I don't know, because of this resistance here, I might just take full targets at this position here. So yeah, that's the trade I'm gonna look for. Okay, actually I'm gonna scale out, because I'll get 1.5 to 1 at this sort of resistance level. I'll scale half of my position here at 1.5 and then take full TP at this level here. So let's see. All right, so if the trade breaks back into the trend line, I'll consider the entire trade invalid. All right, so we're seeing some nice rejections. Nice. Okay, sweet. So first take profit 1.6. So stops will now be on break even and targeting these highs here as my final TP. Sweet. Okay, so final take profit hit. Okay, so 3.33. All right, so I'm gonna take another position here. Reason being, we're seeing this sort of, we're seeing this bullish formation, right? So we had the impulse correction back into this minor level, and then an explosive move over the this explosive bullish engulfing candle over this sort of consolidation range, right? So what I'll do is I'll take a position here, target these initial highs here, so same as what I did before, and see if we get further targets of probably these highs around here. And stops will go just beneath this sort of wick, but we'll see what risk to reward we get, right? So at least 1.5, yeah, just about 1.5. So I tend not to take any positions unless my first TP is at least 1.5 to 1 risk to reward. All right, sweet. So 1.51. 2.15. All right, so I'm gonna take another trade here. So basically I'm gonna go for a trade based off a break and retest at this level here, and maybe target initial target. Actually, let me see what risk to reward I'll get first. So I'm gonna enter on this doji candle because of the rejection and the corrective flag. Keep a tight stop loss. Initial targets will be these highs here. All right, and then you know what, I'll give it a little bit more room to breathe. So I'm looking at a pullback into this level here, all right, correctively based off of this bullish impulse, and then I'll look for initial targets here and then further targets, maybe these highs, maybe even a retest of the broken trend line from the past, right? So let's see what happens here. So all right, so again, some more rejection. Yeah, okay. It's kind of dipping back beneath the level, right? So if it breaks this trend line on the zone, which it kind of already did, if I just neaten the zone up a little bit, actually, call that the zone here. All right, if it breaks lower, then all right, well. There you go. All right, so that's call that a stop. That's -1. All right, I'm gonna take a position here. Reason being, we have really and truly we have price making lower highs, right? If you look at the higher time frame, so we have this high here, this high here, right? And this, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of this kind of consolidation move, and I thought with this kind of impulse up here, right? I thought we would have seen a continuation higher, but instead price stopped at this level, showed some struggle, and then it immediately reversed, right? And then if you look closer here on the lower time frame, which is the 1 hour time frame, price did reject this level and tried to go up, but it couldn't, right? We also had this steep trend line that was broken, came back up, retested it here, and then it dropped. Now it's just kind of doing this kind of consolidation, right? And if you look at it, I'm pretty sure if you look on the lower time frames, what you'll see is the typical impulse correction, right? Impulse, right? So you can see that here, impulse, correction, impulse. And it's doing another correction here, or I call it correction, but it's like accumulation, right? So so what I'll do, I'll keep this really tight based off of this kind of movement here. I'm assuming this is going to be kind of the same. Plus we had that bearish candle, so I'm going to enter a short position here based off of the rejection, the current price action. I'll put stops just above the level, target previous lows as usual. So these lows here, first TP will be 2.5 to 1, and then I can make further targets of these previous lows, right? So something like here or here. Yeah, probably here. This looks a little bit more valid, right? So kind of have this structure level here that seems like it's had the most rejection. All right, so you could see rejection, rejection, rejection. It struggled, rejection, 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 right? And then you had this big push off of it. So if we hit targets, then that will be my final target there. I'm expecting to see some struggle maybe around this area here. So that's why I'm gonna take, yeah, I'm gonna actually bring that up a little bit. So probably like there, right? Because yeah, that seems most valid. Big buy off of that area, another big buy off of that area. So yeah, let's see. All right, so massive rejection here, but you know, if it comes and take me out, that's all right. All right, so okay, so targets got hit, right? Very almost to the pip, but yeah, those targets got hit. I might have gotten slipped with. Anyway, let me see if it hits it properly. All right, we'll definitely hit now, right? So 2.15. All right, so next target's gonna be down by this white line, just there, which would be these lows as described. Yeah. All right, so stops on break even. So if it rejects from this level here, then you know, I'll be taking out that break even. You know what? I'm gonna, right. So I don't normally scale in, but if I get a retest of this level here, right, because of how it broke, I'll take another position because I'm already risk-free, right? Because I'm seeing that seeing this corrective pattern again, right? It broke impulsively. If it comes up and tests this level here, that low, I'll take another position. All right, sweet. So full TP here for 6.29. Then this next position, 2.24. All right, well that would have been a nice position there based off a kind of M formation, but it didn't come back into my level here. I would have taken a trade if it came back into the level, right? But I didn't catch an entry. But you could see here you had that kind of corrective movement here. If the corrective movement moved back into the level, so if it came back into the level like this, right, something like that, that would have been an entry for me to then go to take a short position, right? But we didn't see that happen. Maybe I just didn't have my levels marked out correctly. But anyway, that's the whole point of backtesting, right? Sometimes you win some, you lose some. You really can't catch every single opportunity. But analysis was correct. Okay, so I'm gonna take a short position here based off of my analysis. So basically, we had that impulse down and then it correctively moved back into the level. We saw a big bullish candle here, but straight away it rejected with a bearish candle right at this zone here. Right, so this is the zone I'm looking at. It's a 4-hour zone. So yeah, I'm gonna target these initial lows and then look for further targets based on previous lows if target is to be achieved. I'll just go for 1.5 to 1 on this one exactly for initial targets, just because of these rejections here, right? So see what happens. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that. All right, in normal, in regular trading, I would close off the position here with basically 0.5% loss. So 0.5 hour loss, because it is bullish close above the level. But there's still quite some rejection, right? So I'll just leave it for now, but I should. Okay, so we back down. But yeah, anyway, let's just go and see what happens. All right, so it tried to push lower and it's rejecting. Wow. Okay. Yeah, you see. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if it stops out, I'll just take it as a loss. Let's just see what happens. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, I thought that would happen purely based on how price was moving, right? Because had every opportunity to push lower here, and it should have, right? It should have, based off of these rejections, but obviously buyers came in, had this second opportunity to get out at a roughly 0.5% loss. But never mind. All right, I'm gonna take a position here, purely based off of this impulse, right? So we have price basically doing this sort of movement, right? So we had the impulse down, slowly corrective up. It moves slowly back down into the level, right? Then it tried to go higher, try, right? So, and it keeps forming lower highs and, well, not really lower lows, but you're getting this kind of tightening of price, right? So we have this sort of sort of this pennant type formation, right? It's not my typical type of setup, but just going based off of pure price action. So we'll see what happens. Okay, I'm just going to target these lows here because of how strong price reacted in this area. That would be a nice 3-to-1 risk reward. We might see that happen. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it. We'll see what happens. But stops goes on break even for now. All right, so out at break even. All right, so it spiked up and took me out here at break even. Yeah, okay. I was considering taking a position here, but I didn't see any clear price action that warranted taking the position. So, but if I did take the position, I would have taken a entry on. I was looking at taking an entry on this candle here. right, with stops just below the wicks targeting previous highs here as initial targets. But that would have been a good trade, but I didn't really see the clearest of price action. Anyway, okay, so I'm gonna take a position here based off of a simple break and retest. It came back in correctively after the impulse. Strong move down. I love these type of setups, right? So you have this strong bearish candle back into the zone. I'll neaten the zone up just now. Actually, let me do that now. So that's the zone there, right? So you had this strong bearish candle into the zone straight away. Sellers had every opportunity if they wanted to push price lower, but buyers came into the market. So based off of this break and retest corrective movement, right after the accumulation of orders here, big impulse, corrective back. So I'm expecting to see a further continuation. All right, so first TP hit at basically 3R. So final targets will be, let's see what we have here in the past of this high over here. So something like this. Just keep it a little bit lower because of, you know, this sort of support here, then resistance here. So yeah, that will be my final TP. See if it gets hit. Almost. Man, that is frustration. Alright, well, stops on break even anyway. So let's see what happens. Alright, sweet. Fantastico, 5.06. I'll take a position here, target previous highs. I'll go in with a tight stop based on this rejection together with this bullish candle that came right after the rejection. Stops will go just beneath the wick, initial targets of previous high, right? If targets get hit, we'll target further highs. Initially, I was looking at this minor uptrend that was forming, that was broken, but price came right back into it with this W formation, right? So yeah, we'll see how this plays out. See, I like to, you see, whenever I get into a trade, I like to see price make a push straight away, right? Like it should hit that first TP fairly sharpish. I don't mind holding trades for, you know, for a while to final TPs, but that first TP should have been hit, you know, quite quickly. And plus we're having this kind of corrective move. You know, if price was to move higher, it would have moved higher, right? It would have gone. Anyway, we're already in the trade. Just see how it goes. Yeah. See, so it says it's not making. It should have gone on to make a higher high, right? It should have gone on to make that higher high. Instead, it came back into the zone. So we'll see if it push on from here. If it closes, if it breaks and closes any lower beneath the zone, then the trade is invalidated. All right, so it came up, touched the trend line again with rejection. It's not pushing higher. This price is tightening, right? So it's gonna explode one way or the next. It's either gonna explode up or explode down. There we go. All right, cool. Well, there. I should have closed off early, right? And came right back to the trend line again. This minor trend line here. Anyway, what can you do? Anyway, -1. So we did get the explosive move, but it broke lower. All right, it could have gone either way. It could have either broken and gone higher or lower. But we knew our explosive move was coming. Anyway, let's see. Back into the level. All right, well, that kind of wraps up the back testing for me for this month. We had, I think it was pretty decent. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trades. We lost 3 trades, 3 losses. We had 1 break even, and what was it, 5 winners. So let's have a look. So we started here, 5 winners, 3 losses, 1 break even. That's pretty good for me. I'm happy with that. Let's see what did we do in terms of return. So we started here, I believe we started on 25%, 25.8%. We're now at 41. What is that? Well, 16, roughly 16%, 15%, something like that, 15R. I'm happy with that. I aim for anywhere between 5 to 10R per month on average, and you know, that kind of does me well. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I think that was pretty good. If you found the video useful, if you learned anything, feel free to leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, feel free to subscribe. I'll do these backtesting videos every now and again. I think this one went pretty good. A little bit more realistic in terms of performance for me. I don't tend to go on massive winning streaks like I did here. Like that was a good win streak. That was another good win streak. I tend to go something like win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1, you know. And I just aim to have my winners a lot bigger than my losses, right? Couple break evens, couple small wins, you know. That's typical of how my trading goes in reality. So anyway, if you like what you see, as I said, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, and yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow for the recap video for the trading week, and I'll do a outlook video on Sunday. All right, I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.